and we'll click OK. Okay, now we have our building drain. We have to bring in our basement fixtures. So you said you don't have a graphics file for the basement, so we'll just draw in this bathroom freestyle. Go ahead and draw 4 walls and get them positioned where you want them. And we'll bring in some more fixtures to go in our bathroom. And we might want to flip that tub around since we don't like a drain on an outside wall. And we'll bring in a lavatory. And then we'll just make that a linen closet. Okay. Now we're ready to connect some plumbing to those basement fixtures. We know we got to head for the toilet. Now Mr. James uses the vent behind the toilet. So we'll call this a vent stack. And we'll set it, and you can adjust that with your arrow keys, or you can drag it around, whatever. Now we can start our 3-inch drain off of that vent by clicking anywhere on the text. And first we'll have to switch over to DWV. Click anywhere on those words, and it'll find that vent stack location. And we'll release it once the building drain turns red. So that gave us a pipe coming from the building drain over to the area of the vent stack, and then a vertical pipe coming up. Now with this being on an outside wall, if you've got a raised slab where you're using concrete block or cinder blocks, you might not want this situation here, because this sweep is right against your block, against your outside wall. You may want to highlight it and bring it away from the sweep, and then just draw in a diagonal pipe here. You can highlight that and adjust it with your arrow keys and get it the height you want. And then you can click on the vent stack center and drag a pipe down. And that will allow you to do that kind of scenario there. Now, I'm not sure how you would do this, Mr. James.
That would be one of those. That would be the second. That would be a condition where they'd let us change around.
Oh, okay.
We would be, you know, I'd either have to come up another wall or do with it like a flat vent.
Oh, I got you. You could do something like this. Come over like that.
Mm-hmm. Just as long as I'm within 5 feet of that wall.
Just so the toilet's not more than 5 feet from the wall?
From the vent.
Okay. And so that would be legal in your case?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
That would also work with me, except that my my maximum distance is 4.5 feet.
4.5 feet trap and vent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing. It's amazing how the code is so different. Ours is 10 feet.
Wow.
Between a water closet or a 3-inch trap and a vent.
With 35 years of plumbing experience, I'd say it would work in 10 feet.
Oh, sure.
Oh, for sure.
Some codes, like Virginia, I don't even believe there is a maximum. I think they like it to siphon, a toilet to siphon. When you think about it, it makes sense, you know. But anyway, we have to work with what they tell us, right?
Right. You got to go by code.
Yeah. Okay, now, having done that, we might want to, we're going to want to run some piping to our other fixtures. And so we could just do a branch there out in the direction of the lavatory, and then just click anywhere on the lavatory. It'll find the drain, release, and it'll give you your pipe there as well. And the same with the tub. Yeah. You have an undo button. If you get any unexpected results, you just click that undo key and it'll take you back. You might have to do like a Y back here, and then in this case you would want to do a vent in that direction. Yeah, you'd have to get it where it's got enough room between fittings, and then you could designate that as a vent. And let's see here, front view, we'll make this a vent. And we'll go ahead and drag it up. And now we need some walls upstairs. So let's see, at this point we need to decide where we want our stacks for upstairs. So we're going to need to draw some more basement walls. And of course this is just a hypothetical floor plan of a basement. And so since we can see our toilets up on the second floor, they're grayed out, but they're still visible, we can kind of determine where we want to place these stacks. I'll put one there. I can add lines. We call them reference lines. I can add lines that will help me in lining up my stack. Now when I highlight the stack, it's going to draw dimension lines out to my reference. So with that stack highlighted, I can move it left and right with the arrow keys, and I can kind of get it lined up with my toilet above. And the same here, I can extend this reference line out here, and I can place a stack, let's say right here, and I'll put it in that wall, and I'll get it lined up so it centers on that toilet. So it's kind of helpful in seeing where you are. Now with my stacks in place, I can drag piping from the stack over to the building drain. And the same thing here, just click on the word stack and we'll bring that over. And I don't really need that anymore, so I'll delete that. And now we are just about ready to extend those stacks up. I'll go to front view. Now it's kind of garbled. I got a garbled mess there, so I'm going to turn off text entries, and I'm going to turn off fitting labels. I've still got a bunch of pipes there, so to simplify it, I'm going to use the viewfinder over here to the right, and I'm going to put a square around the area that I want to work with. And so that grays out all the other piping. Now I can see that here's my stack. I'll bring it up, and I'll put a little clean out tee down here. As long as it's a short piece of pipe, it'll consider that a clean out tee, and I can verify that by going to fitting labels. If this pipe here is longer than 8 inches, it calls it a sanitary tee. If it's short, it's a clean out tee. And that takes care of that one. Now I'll extend this pipe up, put a little clean out tee here, and now I'm ready to go to the side view and connect these toilets. I'll just bring a horizontal pipe over. I want to make sure it's up in the floor. Drop that down. And now, I guess one way to do a vent off of that would be, if you can't use a heel outlet here, you might have to do a drive-in up in the wall, something like that, assuming that you've got a wall up here. But does your code, Mr. James, does it allow any wet venting at all?
Yes, only on the same floor.
Okay. Yeah, our code is the same way, same floor as far as that goes.
Yeah, no, we could do that. So we could tie a lav into that vent if we needed.
Right. How about a horizontal wet vent?
No.
Does your code allow that?
No, only vertical.
Okay, gotcha. So you could put a lavatory right there. Let's go back to plan view, and we'll go to side view. Now we can tie this. That needed to be a 3-inch, so I can highlight it and turn it into a 3-inch. Drag it over and connect that water closet there. And we can connect a vent here. I didn't realize how good we have it here. We're allowed to use horizontal wet vents.
Wow.
Makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. So, give an example. We could see view. We could do a toilet, and then with a tub next to it, and then a lavatory on the other side. We could connect a 3-inch, and then connect our tub, and then our lavatory could serve as a wet vent for the tub and the water closet.
Oh.
Strictly legal here in North Carolina.
That's a lot faster, I'll tell you.